Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for returning as always. So I wanted to talk about a very horrible thing going on in the black community right now, which is the YN garbage that we have. Young niggas is what YN stands for if you don't know. And I also say YN as in you're next for the graveyard, or you're next for a lifetime in prison, or if nothing else, you're next in line to have a criminal record and to have to live with that for the rest of your life, which sucks, okay? And I'll start right off by saying that the drill music scene is, or has been, one of the most detrimental things to the young black male and female, but mostly the young black male. Starting with like Chicago, and then you have Memphis, Philadelphia, Baltimore, okay, New Orleans, all of these places where YNs are just killing each other, recording the shootings, self-snitching, okay, ending each other's lives. So you have one guy kills another one, he kills his op, okay, and then he gets caught and he goes to do the rest of his life. I just saw they had in Tampa a 15-year-old killed a 14-year-old. They're trying him as an adult. He recently escaped out of the juvenile place where they caught him. 15 years old. Life over before it even started, okay? These kids, listen, they're not even aware of what they're doing to their lives. I mean, just think about when you were 15 or even 20, 25, the decisions that you made, the consequences that you faced for stupid things that you did. You look back on it and you're like, man, that was so stupid. I wish I would have never done that. Or maybe you did something and you're glad that it didn't cost you like umpteen 20, 30, 40 years life in prison for whatever you did. Not saying that you did anything wrong, but you know, maybe you got involved in some risky sexual behavior and you're just glad that you didn't end up with HIV or something else crazy that you can't really get rid of. And these kids now, I mean, think about it, 15, 16, 17, they can't spell, they drop out of school, they have no future, but somehow they all have guns. How is that, okay? These kids cannot fill out a job application on the phone where the application is right there on Indeed. It's right there. All you have to do is go Indeed and you can send out applications. They can't do that, but they can find unlimited guns. They can find 30, 40 round clips for handguns and Glock switches that are illegal. That's crazy, okay? And you know, we all know, or at least we have an idea of the agenda behind this whole thing. But the fact that we are in this scenario where a lot of young black males specifically, there are some females involved in it too, but primarily it's young black males, YNs, young niggas that are involved in this lifestyle, and they all, or so many of them, if not all, just feel like they are going to be the next King Von. They're going to be the next Lil Durk. They're going to be the next NBA Youngboy. Okay, which is so unlikely, but you know, that youthful, and it you know, it's the reason, there's a reason why they're going after, and this is targeted towards the youth, because the youth, you know, the rationale is not all there yet. Like, you haven't gone through things in life and realized, okay, I'm not as special as I actually think I am. I can fail, okay? I could actually take a chance and it not work out, and I could end up flat on my face. See, when you're young, when you're 14, 15, 16, 17, you're thinking like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be the next one. You know, this person just died next to me. This person just got a life sentence next to me, but no, it'll never happen to me. No, and you see them talking to their moms, like their moms are trying to get them out of the streets, some of them, and they're like, no, mom, you know, that's not gonna be me. You know, I ain't gonna be slipping like that. And then what happens? We see this gang is smoking on that same dude who was just saying that. So it's really a shame that this has been the result of something that, you think about where hip hop came from. Run DMC, Public Enemy, and how it's just like it's fallen so far into now we have this drill rap scene, and it's not all rap, of course. We still have some decent rap, but the drill rap, which targets YNs, okay, and shows them gold chains and somebody talking on a money phone and some girls twerking, and some flashy clothes, and oh look, you can be this. And a lot of times these dudes, they have all this stuff. You see where they get arrested. These dudes, their videos are full of gold chains. Their videos are full of guns. Their videos, they have on this nice Gucci stuff and all that. But they don't have a car that they own, a house that they own. They don't own anything. So it's all a facade. It's all trickery. And they're all being just used to really, if I was to say, help other people get rich off of them. The YNs and their family members, moms suffering, okay? You see down here in Broward, these guys, what was it, Psycho Bob and whatever else was going on. I don't know all these guys' names. But with Kodak Black, they're shooting each other's moms. Okay, moms are getting killed because of the beef that their sons are in. The YN thing is just taking out everyone. No one is safe from the YN. Okay, and now when you look at that, okay, these people, it's terrorizing the black community, whether it be them. Primarily, they're being fed to the private prison system. Okay, private prisons are being built like crazy in Florida. Okay, I know because I EOS'd, end of sentence, meaning I went home from a private prison, and I'm not gonna lie, it was sweet. It was better than any state-ran prison. It had air conditioning, and they had new movies for us to watch every weekend. The canteen was in the dorm. They brought the food to the dorm. You just sit there and be comfortable. They made it really nice. The dorm was nice considering it was a prison. And more private prisons are popping up all across the United States, ready for these YNs, okay? And they got like countless, endless numbers. I mean, it's so crazy. If you think about the fact that the black population is probably the only population that does not grow, okay? We've been 13%, 14% for how long? Because so many of us are being killed off by each other. So many of us are ending up with like 20, 30, 40 life sentences in prison. We can't multiply. Think about Chicago. Just think about Chicago, the drill scene in Chicago from whenever that started till now. Generations have been wiped out. Okay, they killed dads, sons, grandsons, uncles, okay? They wiped out so many people. But you know who made it? Lil Durk made it. And King Von until he didn't make it. And now look at Lil Durk. Even he screwed up now. So in the end, it gets everyone. And it's really a shame. And I don't necessarily have an answer other than drill rap needs to go. I mean, I'm sorry. We gotta get rid of, like, people gotta stop watching that content, And I know it's interesting, and sometimes you just get drawn into it, like, oh, these kids, they don't have anything, but yet they have guns. Okay, they have more guns than it's so unbelievable how many guns they have. The type of guns they have, big, humongous rifles with drum magazines, okay, all sorts of switches and all sorts of things that they have on these guns, but they don't have nothing else. I mean, not even $5 in their pocket, but they got 2-3 guns that they're walking around with, and they're driving around in a stolen car trying to drill on some people. The YN thing, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is that this YN thing and drill rap It needs to be done away with. We gotta do away with drill rap. No more dissing the dead. No more smoking this person. Everybody dies in the end. Either you die or you go to prison forever, or you have a criminal record, and that's a whole nother video. Criminal record, living with a criminal record is a whole nother video, and these guys have no idea. The very few that squeak by, that don't end up with a life sentence and that don't get killed, they have to live with the record that they have. And now you got to go sit in front of these people that you never thought you'd had to sit in front of and beg for a job. And when you get the job, it's going to be sweeping the sun off the sidewalk, or picking up horse shit, or serving people through a drive-through. Something you don't want to do. And it's really sad. Now, I will say, like I said, that there are people that have made boatloads of money off of YNs. And me personally, this is my conspiracy theory. I think that's why it hasn't been stopped. Okay? Can you just imagine if these were little Jewish kids, YJs, okay, out there with switches on Glocks, okay, with AK-47s, with Dracos, doing drive-bys in Jewish communities, stuff like that. Can you imagine? How long do you think that would really last? How long before the entire community came out and they locked their kids in the house and they said, you're not going out anymore, you have no friends, you have no life, okay? But for some odd reason, it's promoted to our youth. For some odd reason, it's not really that big of a deal. Like the average citizen, they hate to see a young black person walk into a store anywhere, especially if he has on a hoodie, if he has dreads. Don't let him have like face tattoos, pants sagging, some kind of gold teeth in his mouth or something. Man, forget about it. Everyone in the store is automatically judging and afraid of this person. And I'm not gonna lie, for good reason, because they fit the description of a YN. But the thing is, just imagine, okay, not just Jews, or if that was like even some little white kids. And we know that every community has like their issues, but in such big numbers to the point where our population, our numbers can't even grow because they're being wiped out so fast. And then all we can say is, oh, well, Lil Durk made it. Oh, well, this rapper made it. This athlete made it out. So look, it's not everyone. Yeah, but it's like 90-something%, okay? The numbers don't add up. We don't need no more rich rappers. We just need all these people to stop, all these YNs to stop killing each other, so that we can maybe take someone that would have been a YN and make him a RN, get some more RNs instead of YNs, get some people that have master's degrees, doctors, or just regular, blue collar workers, maybe truck drivers, whatever, just people that are contributing to society as opposed to destroying society. People that are being leaders, people that are being mentors. You know what I mean? It's really, I mean, trust me, I could go on about this topic for a very long time. I'm not really going to, but just think about some of the things that I said. Just imagine, okay, if this were another group of kids, how long do you think this would last? How far do you think this would go? What kind of uproar would there be if, like I said, or even if it was some sort of, like Asians, okay? Asian families would not be having this. And we all know, okay, there's Asian gangs in China and all this kind of stuff. But I'm talking about right here in America, where we have the melting pot, where each group kind of gets to shine in their own right. And we see what's happening with us. It looks like we just have a whole bunch of criminals. We're just putting out criminals. We're just putting out killers that just want to go and kill each other for no reason. Half the time, like I said, they don't even know why they're doing it. They don't know where the beef started. This guy joins a gang and now he inherits a beef from 20 years that he probably wasn't even alive when this beef started, and in the next 6 months he's dead and someone is smoking on him. His family is crying, and his generation, his bloodline is dead. Who knows what he would have been able to do with his life? Who knows what he would have been able to accomplish? Who knows what kind of success he would have had? Or maybe his kid, maybe it wasn't him, maybe his kid would have been something, but now he's nothing. Okay, lives lost, lives destroyed before they even took off. What do they call it? Failure to launch. The rocket that a lot of us, we're so fortunate to be born here in America where we have the opportunity to reach the star. Look at Jay-Z, made it to a billionaire. You know, we have the opportunity to go as far as we could possibly go, but we're chopped down by this drill music, this YN movement. You know, just looking for such short-term and meaningless glory, clout, okay, a gold chain, to be able to say you're smoking on someone. I mean, like I said, I could go on forever, but I'm not. But I don't know what else could be done other than to bring about the death of drill rap, and you know, maybe the YNs will, you know, eventually fade away, and then we can start to really grow our numbers. We can become a bigger force, something that is a bigger, like a respectable community, I'll say, here in America and abroad too, because we have a bad reputation. I'm gonna tell you this before I go, like, I interact with a lot of different people from different communities, Latin people, whites, Asians, Indians, everything, Jewish people. And you know, if we ever really have a serious conversation, a lot of times it comes up that, you know, the Black American in specific are, you know, really, you know, we're not looked upon highly by the majority of people in all of these outside communities. And it's because of what they see on the news, what they see in music, and what they see like when they go out. Obviously, we do have really good representatives, but what's being shown to most people is the YNs, okay? We got to get rid of that. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant. Subscribe to my channel. Give the video a like, leave a comment, and until next time, I will see you all soon.